Hey, happy day. The upcoming election on November 5. This kind of makes it feel real when you walk in and they hand you a ballot and you look at it and it says, hey, here's the offices that you all got to vote for. Well, kind of brings it home, don't you know? And that's just happening in a few days and everybody's out there giving it the last push. Everybody, I'm talking about the parties, the people, they're calling everybody names and they're doing what they can. Why don't they just kind of focus on policies? I like what Trump is saying now. In addition, of course, he's still calling people names a little bit, but I like what he's saying with regards to are you any better off now than you were 4 years ago? And President Reagan started that or coined that, and obviously people are not better off today than they were 4 years ago. Michelle Obama, she's kind of wild, you know. She says this: I accuse critics of picking apart Harris's interview answers to distract from Trump's faults. Really? I mean, Trump is... I don't know, his faults are pointed out a lot more than Harris's. Everybody's always talking bad about him, everybody being the people on the left-wing press, and now you got Michelle Obama saying they treat Harris badly and to distract. What's up with that? And then she goes on to say this. What a statement. This paragraph, let me read it to you. I am praying that we consider the decades of sacrifice and struggle by all of our ancestors. Of course, that would mean black people. All of our ancestors, the folks who marched and sacrificed and shed their blood for us. We have to ask ourselves, is a vote for Trump the way we honor their lives? If it is, that surely doesn't sound like freedom to me. What a racist thing. How did that get into the election? This is all about, or should be, about policies. What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for the country? How are you going to make it better? How are you going to make my life better? Instead, she's talking about people from a couple of hundred years ago that were treated badly by some folks, by a group of folks, and talk about a distraction. Then she goes on to say, you're interviewing Harris, you're picking apart your interviews because you're distracting from Trump. Good bloody grief. And then, hey, Kamala Harris, trees and apples bring up that image. Her father is a self-described Marxist. What is she? Guess what? Trees, apples. She's a Marxist too. Not a good thing for the country. Hey, if you all haven't voted, you better vote, but you better do it right, because you want a country that's a capitalist, free country. Freedom is good. Good word. Freedom is a good life. Or do you want what the Marxist people bring? And that's what's happening if you vote for them. Now you have Gwen Walz. She's the wife of the running mate of Harris. He also is the governor of Minnesota, and certainly the hopeful president someday. Maybe, we'll see. In any event, this is what his wife said. I am so happy that my husband signed a bill that puts women's products in all school restrooms, including boys' rooms. If kids are hungry in school, what does that do to brain and learning? You're not going to learn to read. So if you're talking about learning to read and closing gaps, then you better take away the barriers. And if that's women's products in a boys' bathroom, that's good and that's the right thing to do. Tim and I, wow, are you grasping all this? Like, what's the relevance about running a country? Is there any? I guess, if you want to do it in that Marxist kind of way. She goes on to say, Tim and I have always thought about removing barriers to learning and success, whatever the barrier is, whether it be a free lunch, women's products in boys' bathrooms, and everyone has to learn how to read. That makes about as much sense as nothing. She's as solid as a bowl of soap. I mean, what on earth is she talking about? Dumb is forever. And these are the people that are saying, vote for me. She's saying vote for my husband, but she's going to vote for her husband. Wow. Then swing over to Canada. You talk about prejudice. Back to the Michelle Obama thing. Now let's talk about Canada. They now have a new medical school that they're racist. They're discriminating against white people. They're saying straight white men are not welcome to the school. But then P.S., we will accept 25%, a quarter of all the students to be those people, straight white men. Otherwise, you can't come, okay? The standards for acceptance of the program are very low for people because they only accept people that have handicaps and they're different colors too and whatever. But you can't be white. Wow, somebody should go to prison. Do that with white and say, everybody in the school has to be white. P.S., some of you can be a different color. Guess what? Wouldn't be nice. Now, lastly for the day, my last little bit here of something. This makes my blood pressure go up because premiers do this in Canada. You got the premier in Ontario saying, we're making money. Well, firstly, you're not supposed to make money. You're supposed to just be the guardian of people and make, make their life better. But they'll make their own money if they have small taxes and big opportunities, right? Anyway, he's saying, I'm going to send out checks to the premier, $200 in the mail. A $3 billion plan, $3 billion, and plus the $200 check, I'm going to give an additional $200 per child to people, and we've been looking for ways to save people money. So says the premier. Really? Why wouldn't you reduce the taxes or do something like that? Giving money, it's their money. You took the money from the people and then you're giving some of it back. It's like you beat me up every day with a 2x6 and then you come and you smack me with a 2x4 and I say thank you because it doesn't hurt as much. It feels better, right? That's what they do. For bloody goodness sakes, that's not what they should do. It's not their job. Hey, y'all come back, and we can only hope that election day, it's a good day. But I know one thing, half of America is going to be mad, right? No matter who wins. See ya.